Hey guys, it's me, Kelly. How you guys doing? Oh, there's my phone. Go look at the weather. I almost missed the sun yesterday, you guys. The clouds came out. Ah! I'm so sorry. That was TikTok. TikTok always says, no wind. Oh my gosh. Wind until the sun goes down. You're kidding me. Well, how fast? Kind of wind. Oh, and then after that, it'll be okay. Ooh, oh, are you serious? It looks like Tuesday, like in about a week, it's gonna snow again. Are you kidding me? Oh, the wind's only like 10 miles an hour. We'll be all right. We're gonna be okay. We'll be okay. Ugh, good grief. It's a little bit too cold to go outside. Hi, hates all. Love to all here. Oh, this Valentine. I met, I don't know what you would call it, an entity, spirit. I don't know. It was Psychic Bob was telling me about it. So he's like, yeah, go talk to Saint Valentine or something like that. So I was talking to Saint Valentine, and he said, that's Valentine. And so I went back to Psychic Bob and I said, this person, this whatever, whoever you told me to talk to, they said their name was not Valentine, it was Valentine. He said, yeah, that's how you pronounce it. So I got corrected. I say to Valentine. That's how you say it. What is Valentine's Day? What is it based off of? What is Valentine's Day? Let's start there.
Valentine's Day, also called St. Valentine's Day or the Feast of St. Valentine, is celebrated annually on February 14th.
Okay, so what does that mean exactly? What is the real meaning of Valentine's Day? A Christian feast day. Well, if it's something that's Christian, probably before that it was pagan. So let's see. Honoring a martyr named Valentine. And through later folk traditions, it has also become a significant cultural, religious, and commercial celebration of romance and love. Huh. Romance and love? I don't know about that. In many regions of the world, what's the purpose of Valentine's Day? Yeah, exactly. What is the purpose? What? And if you guys know stuff, please put it in the comments. I can't be the only one that has a phone that can look stuff up. What is Valentine's Day? Saint Valentine or Valentine is an annual festival to celebrate romantic love, friendship, and admiration. Every year on February 14th, people celebrate this day. Okay. What is romantic love? Romantic. Sounds like a base of Roman. Roman antics? I don't know. What is the dark history of Valentine's Day? Although the stories behind St. Valentine are a bit vague, some legends say that he was a Roman priest. There we go. I knew there was Roman here somewhere. Okay, a Roman priest who defied Emperor Claudius II, who banned marriage so men would be more willing to go to war by continuing to marry people in secret, which resulted in St. Valentine's brutal execution. Well, that's something, all right. You know what I learned from that? I learned that if you ban marriage, men can't handle things. They become very warring in nature. So another manipulation. Another manipulation. That was 7 days ago. What does the Bible say about it? Since the origin of Valentine's Day as a romantic holiday only dates back to the 14th century, the Bible doesn't have any specific messages about that day, but does have a lot to say on the subject of love. Wow, isn't that interesting? What is the deep meaning? Sacrifice and devotion. That sounds shitty. Love and honor in the face of overwhelming and dangerous odds. What the fuck you do that for? I would watch movies and it was like, oh, we love each other so much. And the parents are like, you guys can't date. He's not good enough for you. Or whatever. You guys can't date. What? No. We love each other so much. Okay, this is the 55-year-old version of this. If their parents don't like you, it's going to be a really hard relationship. If their parents aren't supporting you in this relationship, and this is what you're choosing to have a relationship, you're not going to do very well. So, what is that? Overwhelming and dangerous odds. Sacrifice. I don't think sacrifice is a good thing. Let's look at the definition of this. Let's see. Okay. Sacrifice definition.
Here's the definition of sacrifice. An act of slaughtering an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to God or to a divine or supernatural figure.
Well, that doesn't sound like anything I want to do. What is the real meaning of sacrifice? The act of giving up something that is valuable to you in order to help someone else. Giving up something that is valuable to you in order to help someone else. Well, that's deep. Make a sacrifice. We have to make sacrifices in order to pay for our children's education. What is the exact meaning? To suffer loss. These are terrible, you guys. This sounds like an episode of Dynasty. Isn't that the truth? Oh, good grief. What in the world? I thought there was just a really straightforwardness to Valentine's. This looks complicated and ridiculous. So what Valentine's Day is about is suffering a loss or giving something up. Renounce, injure, or destroy, especially for an ideal belief or end. Why? To what end? This sounds like the worst way to manifest in life. This is just awful. To sell at a loss? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? To advance a base runner by means of a sacrificed bunt. How does the Bible define sacrifice? Offering to a deity in a ritualized manner. So we're offering something up. So is Saint Valentine actually like a demon or an evil being where we're sacrificing things to a being? What's going on here, you guys? Who knows the real, like the original, like Valentine stuff? Let's see, often for a good cause. However, religious sacrifices recorded or referred to in the Bible were offerings that were given over to a deity. To surrender or give up or permit injury or disadvantage for the sake of something else. This sounds like a really screwed up relationship. And Valentine's Day is based off of this? Holy crap. I think I'm going to be my own Valentine. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be my own Valentine. No, I'm not going to do anything to myself. Holy crap. So Valentine's Day is about sacrifice and devotion. Let's see what devotion is. Devotion. Definition. And we have a movie. Devotion. Definition.
Here's the definition of devotion: love, loyalty, or enthusiasm for a person, activity, or cause.
Love, loyalty, or enthusiasm. I'm kind of understanding loyalty. I don't understand love. Love is just kind of arbitrarily thrown around. And then you get into like the biblical version, or I remember learning the different types of love between this and that. So, a love of a parent and a child, and the love between lovers, and the love between brothers and sisters, and all this crap. So why is love so complicated? And how is this about love? If it's truly about love, and we're looking at the color red, since I remote view, that makes no damn sense. Because I see love as white. Pure love is white. Anything with color or patterns is drama. This sounds like a manipulation of expectations, but in a relationship. Dynasty, Hazel. This sounds like dynasty. Devotion to duty never wane. Religious worship or observance. Worship. So devotion to someone is a worship. Okay. So we're worshiping now. Let's see what happens with energy when we worship. Worship definition.
Here's the definition of worship: the feeling or expression of reverence and adoration for a deity.
A feeling or expression of reverence and adoration for a deity. That's worship. So, and there's worship in this? Are we worshiping Valentine? Are we worshiping each other in love? What's going on here? To show reverence or adoration for a deity. Honor with religious rites. What is the true definition of worship? Respectful devotion, loving. What is loving? What does that mean? I white light you. Bye. Okay, to me, this is what love is. Oh, hey, I know Valentine's is coming up and all of that, but just truly, you've got all the white light in you. That's love. You're full of white light. There's nothing that I could do except for distracting you from you blocking your own white light. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye. Your own chocolate. And obeying someone who deserves our highest regard. Well, I say, fuck that shit. Obeying? The fuck would you do that for? So worshiping has to do with obeying? I don't want anything with that. Oh, hell no. Worshiping God means acknowledging and celebrating his, sorry. I created everything without a vagina. That's why I'm God. Yeah, I pulled that one off. Whatever. Let's see. Gratitude. Worship includes understanding and awe of God's holiness. I'm trying to squirting a baby out of a penis. I'm trying to envision that. While the wife is over there playing Candy Crush on the phone and you're in labor, trying to push a baby out of your dick. Oh, yeah, the human race wouldn't even be here if men had to have babies. There would be no humans. Oh my God. What's the biblical meaning of worship? Give our deepest affection the highest praise. Okay. So far, I'm not in. This Valentine's thing sucks. Okay. So devotion to duty. Devotions. What was the true meaning of devotion? Okay. Loving God and with complete faith. Faith is such bullshit. You got to listen to this. See what Google says about faith. Faith definition.
Here's the definition of faith: complete trust or confidence in someone or something.
Okay. So when you ask a question in church, so how did Jonah actually live for 3 days in the belly of the whale without unaliving? How did Jonah breathe in the belly of the whale? Asking for a friend. Oh, you have to take it on faith. Complete trust or confidence. How many times were you asked in your religion to take it on faith? Mm-hmm. You had some questions. You get to a point where when you're a child and you're like, hey, all these made up stories, characters aren't even true. Santa Claus is not even real. And you're kind of in that phase. And then you're in Sunday school. Oh, yeah, so this man was swallowed by a whale. He was in there for 3 days. And you're like, I suppose, okay, I bought into the Santa Claus thing. I think I'm a little too old to be believing this stuff. I remember sitting there thinking that, but then it was just shoved down my throat. Faith. It's on faith. Devotion to God with complete faith. What God? The God that's a man? Men don't create shit. Why would I do that? With trust. Oh, and I'm just supposed to trust this information without researching it myself, without having any doubts. I had lots of doubts. So I guess I wasn't very devoted. I was kind of in the fuck that shit category. Living with a commitment to God, living life where we start to follow the scriptures. Oh, I'm done with that. Strong belief in God and the doctrine of a religion based on spiritual apprehension rather than proof. So faith, there's no proof. That's a good blanket, like a coverall. If you're going to make up a bullshit religion and it has lots of holes in it, I would definitely include faith and brainwashing people with faith to fill in the gaps that don't make any damn sense. That's what I would do if I was creating a religion of nonsense in order to enslave the gods of this reality. Ladies, how better to enslave us than to have a book they call a Bible written by men for men, women not included. So any instructions in there for you ladies is null and void. You don't have to follow shit. The book was not written for you. You're the slave. You're the prostitute. You're the slave. The book was written to enslave you. Don't follow the rules of that book. Holy crap. I've read some of them. That's a bad idea. A bad idea. A lot of it have to do with having a man that's inferior to you in charge of you. Good grief. You know, my health and everything. I'm so healthy. Anytime I go to a doctor and allow anybody to get in control of my healing, besides myself, I spiral downwards. That's what I found a long time ago, to put myself in charge of everything. So is that what Valentine's Day is? Is that all? Is that everything? What was I going to look up? Love something. Wait, hold on. What is the true meaning of Valentine's Day? I can't remember what I was looking up. Okay, love and affection. love, and what? The dark origins of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a time to celebrate romance and love and kissy face fealty. What? Excuse me. But the ancient Romans had a bloodier, drunker, and more naked. What? Okay, I'm clicking on this article. What's going on? I heard naked. I'm in. You got me. Festival of Candy and Cupids is actually dark, bloody, and a bit muddled. Roman celebrations were violent. I'm sorry. I'm not going to show you these pictures. I got in trouble for showing you pictures the other day. Oh my gosh, this is copyrighted. From February 13th and 15th, the Romans celebrated the feast of Lupercalia. The men sacrificed a goat and a dog. I'm not cool with this. I don't give a shit about goats, but then whipped women with the hides of the animals they just slain. Oh, wow. So this is Valentine's Day. The origins of Valentine's Day. No, thank you. I do not want to participate. I'm grateful for you, Mindy. I'm grateful for you. Yeah, sit back and listen to the ridiculosity. Oh my gosh. The Roman romantics, I knew that had a Roman root, were drunk. Were they now? Were they? They were naked. Noel Linsky, now a religious studies professor at Yale University, told NPR in 2001, young women would line up for the men to hit them. This is Valentine's Day. What? Leminski said they believe this would make them fertile. It would make me not want to ever go on a date. That's what that would make me do. Oh my gosh. The brutal feat included a matchmaking lottery in which young men drew the names of women from the jar. The couple would then be coupled up for the duration of the festival or longer if the match was right. Why did I never know this? Hi, Nicole. Good morning. Why did nobody ever tell me this was not a Valentine's Day card? I never read this one. The ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of our modern day of love. Emperor Claudius II executed two men, both named Valentine, on February 14th of different years in the 3rd century. Their martyrdom was honored by the Catholic Church with the celebration of St. Valentine's Day. Isn't that great? Oh, what a relief. I thought it was just going to be totally horrible. Later, Pope, Gelasius I muddled things in the 5th century by combining St. Valentine's Day with Lupercalia to expel the pagan rituals. But the festival was more of a theatrical interpretation of what it had once been. It was a little more of a drunken revel, but the Christmas put clothes back on it. That didn't stop them from being a day of fertility and love. So that's why the men take you out, get you drunk, take you home, and they get some. At least most of the men probably do they beat their women before then? Do they? I don't know. I haven't done the Valentine's Day thing in a while. Do they beat the women beforehand anymore? Or did they take that out of the ritual? Oh, sorry. I just turned the heater off. The heater was on high. That's a good heater, by the way. What if I open the door and let's it's almost 50 degrees outside now. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Around the same time, the Normans celebrated Gallatin's Day. Gallatin meant a lover of women. Okay, that was likely confused with St. Valentine's Day at some point. Yeah, because it didn't sound like they were loving women; they were just beating them. Here, if we beat you a little bit more, then you can have some babies. That it was probably the women were like, we don't want to have babies, and they beat them, and they're like, yeah, we're fertile. Oh, yeah, I guess we're fertile. We weren't 5 minutes ago, but now we are. As the years went on, the holiday grew sweeter. That's a good thing. Chaucer and Shakespeare romanticized it in their work, and it gained popularity throughout Britain and the rest of Europe. Handmade paper cards became the token du jour in the Middle Ages. Eventually, the tradition made its way to the New World. The New World? The Industrial Revolution ushered in factory-made cards. Money! Commerce! Money, 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 money. And in 1913, Hallmark cards of Kansas City, Missouri, it's if you're there, it's Missouri. Everybody else says Missouri. Began mass producing Valentines. February has not been the same since. Really? Has it not? What, we're not beating women anymore to make them fertile? Or is it beating them so they'll have sex with you? Was that the tactic back then? Instead of chocolate, it was just a beating. Holy crap. I've never looked up the history of Valentine's Day before. I don't ever want to celebrate Valentine's ever. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. I mean, getting a Valentine's Day card from your mom, that's cool because it's your mom. And anything from your mom is awesome. But how we celebrate now today. Let's see. Take a woman out, get her drunk, get chocolate. Maybe you get lucky. I'm just making that up. Today, the holiday is big business. Is it now? Oh, really? But that commercialization has spoiled the day for many. I don't know. They're not beating women anymore. I think that's kind of cool. You know, I could handle being commercialized if you stop beating women. Good grief. Hell, and then like prostituting them out for the night. Oh my gosh, handing women out as party favors after you beat them. Oh, wow. God. I never knew. Nobody told me this. I'm finding out this right now. Oh, Helen Fisher, a psychologist at Rutgers University, said we have only ourselves to blame. For what? Stopping the beating of women and then raping them with some random man that was picked by a lottery? No, I think this is better. I think that's my opinion. Where's my opinion button? Hold on. There we go. I think this is better. Even though I'm not going to participate. This isn't a command performance, she said. I don't understand what she's even talking about. If people don't want to buy Hallmark cards, they would not be bought. Oh my gosh. Did she crawl out from under a rock? And Hallmark would go out of business. To me, I saw a manipulation of a society that if you didn't buy cards and candy and roses, I saw some expectations that if they weren't met, it meant you didn't love someone. I don't know. That was my version of it. I don't know what she's talking about. And so the celebration of Valentine's Day goes on in varied ways. Many will break the bank buying jewelry and flowers for their beloveds. You got to keep that money train going. Commerce, commerce, commerce. Isn't that when like the corporations took over the United States about that time that Hallmark came out? I'm asking for a friend. Let's see. Some will celebrate in a SAD, SAD, Singles Awareness Day. I thought SAD, SAD was Standard American Diet. Silly me. Single Awareness Day. What the fuck does that mean? Way dining alone and let's see, self-gifted chocolates, while others will find a way to make peace with singlehood. Make peace with singlehood? What does that mean? I'm single and I'm at peace. I'm not making peace with being single. I'm fucking happy. Oh my fucking God. I've never been so happy than being on my own, making all my decisions about everything. Any of the stresses I have from being alone do not outweigh all the benefits and the peace that I have. What the fuck are they? See that? You make a choice to buy cards. Well, it seems like if you're single, you're a fucktard, according to this article. This seems like social pressure. Just saying. Just saying. Again, I think she just crawled out from under a rock. Let's see. Go ahead. In a society that wants everyone to partner up. Well, who creates the social norms? Who creates the society? Comes from movies and TV shows and all. Holy crap, you guys. I don't know what to say. I did not know. I did not know. Oh, good girl. Oh, you guys are writing in the comments. I'm so sorry I missed that. The only things I look forward to for Valentine's Day are the good chocolates and the cute pink decor stuff that gets put out. I love it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with chocolate, right, Nicole? Let's see. Hi, Hazel. I used to get tiny cards of how much he loved me in a dozen yellow roses. Aw, your favorite. And a very romantic dinner for two. Oh, wow. I wish he was here. Aw, Hazel. See, Nicole, my boyfriend will get me and our daughter flowers sometimes. Hey, Northern Star. In Japan, women buy chocolates for men on Valentine's Day, but not vice versa. In Japan. If I were in Japan during Valentine's Day, I would go treat myself to sushi. That's what I would do. And eat my own damn chocolate. The man can get his own chocolate. Northern Star. Let's see. There's a day in Japan called the White Day, which is a Valentine's Day for women. You know what? White to me, if we're talking about Valentine's or anything to do with love, white actually makes more sense than red for love. Because red is like inflammation. Which is Valentine's Day for women. The men buy chocolate, but the name White Day is weird. I don't know. It makes more sense to me, Northern Star. Valentine's Day to be White Day. If the topic is love. Because in the map of creation, love in its highest form is the white light. Love in its highest form is consciousness itself. That has nothing to do with chocolates and flowers. Consciousness itself, flowers have not even been created at that point. It's just consciousness with no drama. And that's love. So that's why Valentine's Day is so confusing, and this romantic kind of love doesn't make any sense to me. Hey, Angela. I'll just stick to my regular chocolate I buy weekly. You weekly, man, you have restraint, Angela. Now Northern Star's craving chocolate now. Where's my chocolate? I don't have any chocolate. Oh no, I've got powdered chocolate. I can bake hot chocolates. I don't have any like chocolate bars or anything like that, but I do have chocolate or cocoa powder. Let's see. I'd be happy now, Hazel. Aw. Let's see. Interesting about white. It's a good point. It's yeah, that's when I'm looking at Valentine's Day and red, that is just a drama and expectations. Drama and expectations. Yeah, exactly. Violence, lust, and all of that. So, and all of this, this romantic love. Well, it talks about friends and other kinds of love. But then before the Hallmark friendship Valentine's cards, there was lining the women up and beating them, and then giving them out to the men in the community by lottery for the night. Plus, so this is kind of an altered version that includes friends. Wow. But don't beat anybody on Valentine's. Like, I probably should have read that to you, the true meaning of Valentine's. Like, don't do it. Don't go out there and beat women and then like just give them to any random man out there to spend the night with, to grape them. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, do what you want, but don't come back here in my comment section if you do. I don't want to talk to you. Hey, Nicole. I've always argued if you really love someone, you would show them all year. Oh, Nicole, that is so on point. Does anybody else feel that way? Why is there such a focus on one day? Why is there such a focus on one day for some type of love? I don't know, Nicole. Let's see. How much money is spent on Valentine's each year? $27.5 billion on Valentine's Day. I think we have our answer. It's all about money. All about money. All about money. On the one day. Can you show love on a random Thursday? I know women can. There are some women, and this is an idea I'm kind of mulling over because it's a new concept. And then I thought, well, let me remote view and see what's going on. There are women that are going out and when we're looking at this relationship between men and women, and the question was asked, are men capable of love? Are men capable of love? According to these women, they say men are not capable of love. That only women have the ability to love. So that's kind of a new concept to me. I was like, let me chew on this. Let me chew on this. What do you mean men are not capable of loving? Because what was that? Well, no, that wasn't love. If that was love, I don't want any more. Oh, shit, no. Done with that fucking shit. Anyway, that men are not capable of loving. Because when you look at a woman that brings life into the world, when I look at the process, you've got a toroidal field, you've got the black hole, you've got the portal, and the white light that comes out of the portal. Now, there are toroidal fields that create men. But women have a toroidal field that creates life. And when I look at love, true love, it's that white light that comes out of the portal of the toroidal field. And women have that because they're able to create life. They can create life without a man. I'm still trying to find out where men came from. And, while we had a tradition of beating women and dividing them up with random strangers, to have that stranger grape them all night or for several days after, if it sounds like, if they wanted to. So, that doesn't sound like love to me. That sounds like hooking up and your parasites like each other, and you just keep getting more parasites exchanged. That's what that sounds like. When I look in nature, I never looked because I was so brainwashed into pairing up with a man. I never looked at what nature chooses. What is natural? And what I saw was natural for women is for women to come together. Women naturally come together. They organize everything in nature. Men are on the side if they're even involved at all. They're on the side. So this notion of everybody, and choose what you want, none of my business, but the concept for every woman to share a bed with a man destroys the health of a woman. I've been doing a lot of research. Don't believe anything I say. Go look up your own research. Do it yourself. Don't believe anything I say. So this notion of Valentine's Day, and I've been through that, with husbands and so forth, the Valentine's Day game, but it was, attached to a relationship that was just so much work that I couldn't live the life that I wanted to live. It's like I've got so much to give to the world, and I wasn't able to do that with a man in my life. And to me, when I look at love, love is very giving. Love is consciousness itself in its highest form. And if you're in a relationship with a man and he's draining you of all of your resources, that's not love. So then you look at, are men capable of love, or are they just draining a woman of all her resources? And then lifting heavy things so that he can keep getting down her pants every night. In relationships, there are exceptions. But when a man cheats, this is what I hear, it's physical. He just wants the physical. It's the parasites. To me, a man with parasites is incapable of loving a woman because the parasites are doing all the thinking for him. I want a remote view. Hey, everybody. Oh, Kayla, oh gosh, I don't know what you were referring to, Kayla. The gold diggers? Did I say something? or were you responding to something? I'm so sorry. I wasn't following the conversation. My bad. Excuse me. Men are capable of lust and attachment. Yeah, that's my powers of observation told me that, Nicole. But love, yeah, I don't know about love. Again, is that pure white light? That they say that almost every man has 5 parasites inside of his pencil shavings. Good morning. Good morning, Melinda. Let's see. Men and women both tend to mistake a lot of things of love for love. Oh my gosh. The Bible. Hold on. What does the Bible say love is? Well, let's start somewhere. Turn up. The Bible describes love as a commitment to act. What? A commitment to act? What is this? A commitment to act in a way that benefits others. This is love. What? Now remember, the Bible is a book written by men for men. So I guess it's not going to make sense. Okay. I'll be okay with it not making sense. Oh, I'm sorry, Kayla. I got in the middle of your business. And I was like, what did I say? That benefits others as a choice that produces powerful feelings. The fuck? You guys, I've never seen feeling. Okay. These are feelings. These are feelings. These are feelings. Let's pop them up. These are all feelings. These are powerful feelings, but none of them are love. Hold on, we're getting to love. Look at all these feelings. None of them are love. Oh, did I accidentally click love? Oh, look at that. Tons of powerful feelings. Where's the love? So I'm confused. Okay, here's powerful. Okay. A commitment to act in a way. To me, love is not acting. Now, my behavior around other people being socially awkward, yeah, there's a lot of acting there. But love is not an act. Love is the very nature of a woman's being. Having the portal, the white light is what love is. There is no romantic love. There's just white light that you've applied patterns and colors. So why do we call it love? That's not love. Love is white. Love is that white light. The awareness, the consciousness, that is love. Just being conscious. That's love, not an act. Since this is a book written by men for men, men are being instructed to act. I'm not talking to women. Women don't have to be told this. A commitment to act in a way that benefits others. That makes no sense. That's love? To benefit others makes no damn sense. Because the core of this reality, we wouldn't even be able to be aware of this reality without that white light, which is love. But now love is an act. This is masculine. This to me is saying that men are not capable of loving. Oh shit, she might be right. That woman that's going around talking about this, that I was kind of like, are you sure? Here's the Bible. That benefits others as a choice that produces powerful feelings. What? It is this call to love others. So you have to be called to love others, but women just naturally love. We are the embodiment of love. But there's instructions on how to love. It seems like giving instructions to a man that's not capable of loving. Oh shit, I think she's right. It's a call to love others, especially those who are weaker. Women naturally do that, though. A man would have to be told to do that. Because men destroy, they ill and destroy. They unalive and destroy. They're really good at that. So I guess you would have to tell a man, don't be a bully to something weaker. And to show mercy and compassion. Those are natural for women. This is a book for men. The Bible is a book written by men for men on how to act like you love. Oh my gosh, you guys. Love is the nature of a woman's being. Here's instructions on how a man should act. It's all an act. Oh, that is true. Shit. Okay, patience. Love is not easily angered and does not hold grudges. That makes no damn sense. That makes no damn sense. Kind. Love is not arrogant or rude. Love is white fucking light and awareness. Kind. Love is not arrogant or rude. Merciful. Love is compassionate and sympathetic, which is the woman's nature. And so this is a book from men for men to act like they're loving. I was always confused by this, and now it makes sense since this is a book written by men for men. This tells them how to act and pretend like they love. For a woman to think that they love them. This makes so much sense now. This makes sense. Generous. Love is self-giving and sacrificial. I don't find it to be that way. Love is the white light. Forgiving. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. As I'm reading this, I don't find most men follow this list. Most men are bad actors. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. And what truth? The truth in this book written by men for men? Because when I look at truth, truth is perspective. Enduring. Love never ends. Well, when I'm looking at a toroidal field, you got the white light that it goes around to the black hole, the butthole of the toroidal field, and then there's a plasma disk, like this portal, and then it's white love again. So that makes no damn sense. If I remote view, that doesn't make any sense. So this sounds like an instruction manual for men on how to fake loving a woman. That's what this sounds like. Because none of this, a woman already knows all this shit. This is the essence of our being. Bible verses about love. 1 Corinthians describes love as patient, kind, and enduring. It describes love as a gift from God. Okay, I'm God, and I created the white light, which is love. So that one's true. That one's true. And those who love are children of God. Makes no damn sense. Unless like all tiny little toroidal fields are all like children of the big toroidal field. Let's see. In John, it describes true love as being willing to lay down one's life for another. Expectations. Expectations. Another one in 1 John describes true love as being a result of God's love for us. Okay, I love myself. I'm God. And I love Avatar Kelly down there. So that one might make some sense. That one might make some sense. Oh my gosh. The essence of God's character and the defining quality of his selflessness. I'm so sorry. I just coming to, I've been chewing on this for a while. The concept that was put out that men are incapable of love. They're absolutely incapable of loving. Because to love, you've got to be a complete human. And men are not even complete humans. That's why they have so much instruction on how to act like they're loving. Because they can't. They have to be told how to behave for it to appear to be love to a woman. This is so deep, you guys. God's character, the defining quality of his. What is this God being a he? God is not even a void. God is like nothing. I mean, if there's nothing, you can't have a pencil or a pencil sharpener. Not even in that first potential field. There's a potential to have a pencil or a pencil sharpener. But until emotion is applied to it, nothing's created. So that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. This is selflessness. I don't know what that means. You're the creator of your own reality. What is selfless? It looks like looking outside of yourself and functioning in a way that you're disempowered. That's what that sounds like. Selfless. Life-giving relationship with humanity. A God that's a he is described as life-giving. Sorry, where are these babies coming out of? Is it his pencil? What the fuck? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. In all these ways to behave like you love someone, how many men actually do that? Because the men are not really good actors, I have found. At all. Holy crap. Let's see. Hi, Sarah. Oh, I thought men had 10 parasites. Probably true, Hazel. I read 5. That was from a book. That was from Google. You're probably right. Yes, Angela Pencil Shavies. I'm on YouTube. I'm trying to describe this on YouTube. Hey, Soul, I didn't see you pop in. I'm sorry about that. Here you go. Maybe the children of God thing is referring to how women are gods and men came from women. Nicole, I'm trying to figure out how men came from women, though, because parthenogenesis only produces females. So a female that produces a child without a man only produces females. So something got fucked up. I don't know what, Nicole. Something got fucked up. Hey, Sarah. How much can you heal if you take no responsibility and constantly blame? Oh, that's a good one. And I think you probably know the answer to this. Probably like 0. How much you can heal if you take no responsibility. And what's responsibility? Let's look at that. Does anybody want to take responsibility in here? I fucking don't. If someone, who's taking responsibility? Not me. Bye. I'm not going to take responsibility for shit. Because Sarah, in my world, if I'm taking responsibility in my world, I'm going to be punished for something. Something unpleasant is about to happen. If I take responsibility, this is what's going through my mind. We're not talking actual definitions. Just if I'm going to take responsibility, it means I'm about to get my ass kicked. I'm about to get thrown under the bus, run over, thrown in the ditch. So who the fuck would want to take responsibility? Let's see what the definition is of responsibility. Because I think you're onto something, but let's evolve it a little bit and make it not so user unfriendly. Responsibility definition.
Here's the definition of responsibility: the state or fact of having a duty to deal with something or of having control over someone.
What? The state or fact. I have found no facts in the third dimension, by the way. What is a fact in the third dimension? But just word garbage. Of having a duty. The fuck is... Oh, where's my other phone? Oh, gosh. Sarah, I just want to jump off a bridge right now. Oh, God. Okay, duty. Duty. Definition.
Here's the definition of duty: a moral or legal obligation, a responsibility.
I don't want that. I don't want to be obligated. In a state of being, we're not obligating ourselves. Hold on, Sarah. We're going to get to the truth here. A task or action that someone is required to perform. And then Gen X like, do what I want. So, Sarah, my healing has gone in the toilet. If I'm supposed to take responsibility, then I'm just spiraling downward at this point. Okay, let's see what else. Responsibility. A state or fact of having a duty. God, I just want to puke right now. To deal with something. Who deal with? We're definitely not in a state of being if we're dealing with something. This sounds like the hardest fucking thing that I've done all day. It's just even just reading this. I haven't even taken responsibility for anything. And I just want to cry. I just want to run away and cry. Oh, I don't see any healing so far, Sarah. in taking responsibility. I don't see healing. There is a way, though. There is a way, Sarah. Just hold on. We're getting there. Let's get through all the drudgery that we were supposed to take responsibility over what? 3-dimensional bullshit details that in a simulation and in a hologram. What are we taking responsibility for in a hologram? Asking for a friend. Let's see. A true leader takes responsibility for their team, which means they're I know what that means. It's Gen X being the oldest one. I was responsible. Sarah, oh, Sarah, I'm triggering Sarah. as the oldest, I was responsible for all the other nieces and nephews and all that were younger than myself and all of their behavior. I was responsible. So if this one acted up, I got punished. I got in trouble. I don't want to take responsibility for shit. I don't see that taking responsibility as healing anything. I have triggered beyond belief now. For their team, it helps them achieve their goals. A state or fact, what? Of being accountable. What is that? Or to blame. In the God bubble method, we do not cast blame. There's no fault or blame in the God bubble method. I hope this is helpful. There's also no guilt or shame, and there's no judgment or criticism in the healing process. So far, this is like the opposite, the complete total opposite. Like this would be great for like a counselor to go back every week and never get healed and spend hundreds of dollars and stuff, taking responsibility. Like you could have a whole business around this and make a ton of money. Oh my gosh. Okay. To blame for something. The opportunity or ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization. Oh, dude, this is getting worse. Sarah, it's getting worse. What's the true meaning? Oh, now we're down to the true meaning on Google. An obligation. I'm out. My only obligations to my puppy. You know how long it took before I got a puppy and obligated myself to anything but me? Whew. The last thing I want to do is some obligation and healing. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go into some autistic fucking meltdown. And it's just going to be bad. It's just going to be bad. Okay. Hold on, Sarah. We're getting there. To perform. That's all you do as an autistic is fucking perform. That's exhausting. Oh, performance, downtime. Okay. Certain functions. No, I get like non-functional. If I'm performing, I become non-functional. This is reverse days. In order to achieve certain results. What results? Three-dimensional results according to whom? Whom did this? Whom? What does having responsibility mean? Oh, different. Having responsibility. The duty. Oh, now I got duty again. Duty. She said duty of having and having. Oh, where's my little list? Where's my little list thingy? Gotta get my list thingy. Having, need, want, have. So we're in a really bad place. Having authority. I have, then I have not. This is a slippery slope. It comes and goes. There's no permanence in this. Having authority. Oh, or control. What do we control in a hologram? Fucking nothing. Nothing. We control nothing here. There's an illusion of control, but if you have it, then you don't, because we're in a toroidal field that never stops. I have control. No, I don't. I have control. No, I don't. Ugh, I'm exhausted just remote viewing this over something or someone. Why would you do that? If you are trying to get control over something or someone, you're not under control because you create your reality. I hope this is helpful, you guys. and I hope in being funny about it that you learn quicker. If you are responsible for something, you'll be held accountable. See, I tell you, I knew it. Sarah, here's the punishment part. I knew it. You'll be held accountable. What does that mean? What does that mean? Lord. Accountable definition.
Oh my God. Here's the definition of accountable. Of a person, organization, or institution, required or expected to justify actions or decisions, responsible.
Responsible again. Oh my gosh. Let's see. What does it mean to be accountable? Completely responsible. No. For what they do, and must be able to give a satisfactory reason for fuck that shit. Sounds like a job. Oh my God, they're not even paying me. For quality management systems, which is a male-centered system of hierarchy and authority and such, it is important that you take responsibility for your actions. This is about men, not women. I hope it's helpful. Wait, what was the rest of it? Hold on. Some more questions. Sarah, we're getting to the answers. We're going to be okay. Let's see. Oh, Sarah, I missed it. Okay, responsibility and constantly blame. This is a cool one. The blaming. Typically, if you're talking about blaming, I'm assuming, Sarah, I don't know. Please correct me if I'm not understanding what you wrote correctly. But constantly blaming, like, you did it. It was my parents. That's why I'm fucked up. It's my parents. It was my neighbors. It was my teachers. Society is to blame. The government is to blame. Men are to blame for everything. Women are to blame for everything. We can blame it on it in a meeting. Oh my gosh. If you ever get up and go to the bathroom in a meeting, you're going to either get elected for something or blamed for something. Don't ever get up in a meeting. Don't ever do it. So, I mean, do what you want, but you know what's going to happen. Oh, okay. So I understand your point, Sarah. I do understand your point. But it is these, I saw, I didn't fully read your comment, but something about buzzwords down below. These are buzzwords or phrases. This is the programming. This is where we're programmed. We're programmed to sabotage ourselves in the healing process because we think healing's about pushing and pulling. Taking responsibility is pushing and pulling in the third dimension. That's a hologram and produced by our unhealed state. And typically we had, very strict parents. A lot of the times that would happen, but that's a very masculine way of looking at things, is taking responsibility. I hope that helps. So the blame, when we look at the blame, we look outside of ourselves. But then, since every day's self-reflection day, I wish it wasn't. Oh God, Sarah, why can't we just skip today? It's like leg day. Let's skip leg day. When did we ever skip self-reflection day? Since this reality is created in a plasma pool and reflected, that's kind of every day. If we're going to create a day, it's going to be reflected. So if this is self-reflection day, how are we blaming ourselves? Well, I bought the house beside that neighbor. It's my fault. I'm blaming myself for that. Well, I made those actions. I did that. I'm blaming myself. What are we blaming? We're still in ridiculous 3-dimensional bullshit holographic plot lines, which include Valentine's Day, which in the past, it looked like they flogged the women and passed them out to the men to do with as they please. So, does that help in like kind of evolving the concept, Sarah? And I mean, if I'm literally answering your question, like zero healing, zero healing. If we do take responsibility, we're not going to heal with anything. We're going to continue to abuse ourselves and sabotage ourselves and punish ourselves inside of all of those programs. So, and that's why I look up the definitions. Because even though we've got a definition of it, everybody has their own definition of a word or a phrase or something on top of the literal or actual definition. I'd heard a preacher who didn't preach the Bible. Most preachers don't preach the Bible. They preach what is, modern day songs and all. he would pick a word or a phrase and he would talk for an hour about it and look at it and examine it from every angle. And I only listened to part of it and all. That's what I got out of it. That was the meaning of that word, is between like minutes 7 and minutes 15 is when I was really paying attention to what the preacher was saying. So to me, that's a definition of that word. Someone else was only listening in the beginning and someone at the end. And then some of them are like, I'm not going to listen. I know what that means. He's full of crap. And everybody has a different perspective or truth that they gleaned from what the pastor said. So that's why I look up the literal definitions so that we see where the spelling comes from in these phrases and so forth. So, Sarah, I hope you didn't think I was picking on you. This is so common, Sarah. And thank you so much for helping us in this, because this is a very, very common way where a lot of people, and I worked with over 16,000 people. This is so common, Sarah. And you see how easy a fix it was? You just change your perspective a little bit. Just like I said, just a little bit of an upgrade from where you're going. You're onto something there. If we upgrade, taking out these catchphrases that are spelling and keep us in these programs, we let go of that. Oh, that's when true healing takes place, is when we let go of these bodies and concepts like responsibility and blame. We find ourselves in a place where we created the concepts of responsibility and blame. Whoa, that's more of a power position, Sarah. Isn't that cool to know? See how simple this is, Sarah? Oh my gosh, I hope that was helpful. Let's see. Nicole, I forced myself to take responsibility for things I've done that weren't great in the name of being the right thing to do. Sorry, I got the hiccups. The programming, yes. Oh, that programming. And there were some generations that were deep into those ideas and thought patterns. And let's not pick on generations today, but you guys know where I'm going with that. There were some generations, and you just in mass, we're letting go of all that programming. Not the only one, Sarah. Hey, Northern, I like how you question things. You're a philosopher. Oh, you calling me names, Northern? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Hey, let's see what philosopher is. I've heard of that name, but no one's ever called me a philosopher before. We'll see if I like you or not, Northern. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Let's see. Philosopher definition.
Here's the definition of philosopher. A person engaged or learned in philosophy, especially as an academic discipline.
Wow. The deep meaning I got from that definition, you guys, it was so deep. That changed my life. This definition, using the word in the definition, has changed my life. Do you guys remember in school when they're like, don't ever use the word in the definition? And then that's always the first one. Use the fucking word in the definition. So let's see. What is the true meaning? Oh, simple definition. That's what we're after. A person who seeks wisdom or enlightenment. Yes, that's correct, Northern Star. Yes. A person who offers views or theories on profound questions in ethics, metaphysics, logic, and other related fields. Yes. Oh my gosh. I never thought about that. I feel special now. I feel special because my puppy loves me. Are you capable of love, or do you just tolerate me because I feed you and I brush your hair and I spoil you rotten and give you bananas and cranberries and stuff? She's asleep. She's not even listening. Okay, a person who offers views or theories on profound questions in ethics. Yes, a person who's deeply versed in philosophy. A person who establishes the central ideas of some movements. Or yes. I think the stuff that I am doing, if there's doing in a hologram, will spark revolution and movements and revolution. You guys had to hold. It's not there anymore. It's a long story, but a very short story. I did a whole revolution series in the past, was it 2 or 3 months? You guys, when did I do that? I'm so sorry. And I think there were about 8 of them in the series leading up to this revolution. We're in the middle of a revolution right now. A revolution. And if that is fearful, oh, what do you mean a revolution? Let's think of what you think a revolution is. Why would fear come in? Well, Kelly, everybody unalive's in a revolution. That's a different kind of revolution. Completely different kind of revolution. Thank you, Northern Star. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I mean, I thought I was just sitting here just like running my mouth. Like, Gen X, go fuck yourself. I'm a philosopher. The philosopher says, go fuck thyself. Is there a special laugh for the philosophers? Thank you, Northern Star. I appreciate that. Oh, hi, Sarah. LOL. So we don't create our reality. Everything just happens to us. No. You create your reality. Yeah. Hey, Northern Star. Oh, you're so right. We all have these buzzwords in English, like responsible. Yeah. It was part of our discipline. we were disciplined as a child. With this, take responsibility for your actions. As you said, these words have programming in them. Yes. We are programmed to sabotage ourselves in the healing process. Otherwise, if you just healed, you would see things so clearly, and you would look around and go, this is just a joke. I'm not participating in this. You've got to take this reality as real. Get all excited about it. For it to work. Let's see. In fact, taking responsibility for what I did wrong. And what is that, Nicole? What is wrong? Right and wrong, we're in judgment again. And the God bubble method, when we look at that, we're not in judgment or criticism. So that's definitely a wonderful place. If it's like, for lack of knowing where to start today, Nicole, that'd be a great thing to let go, allow, and heal. I think you know the methods, don't you, Nicole? I think you know all the methods for the activities and stuff. You guys, I did one this morning that was a success activity, and there were 2 parts. Part 1, we talked a lot about cleaning the closet and the importance of cleaning the closet and how that benefits to your success, not just physically with the closets, which is a projection, but you start with the emotions. And we followed up a little bit on the closet cleaning this morning and then went straight into the activity for success. Anyway, it's $9.99 a month. When I do these activities, they're about $125 a pop when they're on my website, on thegodbubble.com, you guys. So every one of these is like on the level of that activity in there for $9.99 a month. So I've had a lot of people sign up for that. They see the value. They've taken my courses and all, and they see the value in these activities. And what I mean by activity, just a focusing technique, a visualization focusing technique that's directed. And that's all. Let's see. Someone made. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone else made everything between us worse. Yeah. And you can see the energy that I just looked up all the definitions to all of that. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me kimchi real quick. Hold on. When in doubt, kimchi. Oh, here we go. You guys, I have kimchi that is so hot. Not like, ooh, you're hot. No, like hot. This stuff is hot. I don't want to advertise the brand. But holy crap. There was one that has miso and horseradish in it. But it's like a paler color. So I get the one. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to show you the brand. And so I get the one that's like really red that has all the chili in it, like all the chili. And then I add the horseradish and miso paste to it. So I get the heat. I've tried to get the horseradish and miso and add like chili to it, and it never got that flavor. So I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. Let me kimchi real quick. Mm. Oh, oh, oh. Ah. Oh, I love kimchi. Mm. I'm sorry, it's going to take me a minute. Mm. Oh. Oh my gosh, it does have like seaweed in there. I'll put more seaweed in it. Mm. 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 Oh. When in doubt, kimchi. Mm. Good thing she's asleep down there. Mm. Okay, just one more bite. Just one more bite. I can stop anytime I want. Mm. Okay, just one more bite. Oh. Oh God, my face is on fire. Mm. My ears are already sweating. Woo! Oh, holy crap. That made my ears sweat. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I think everything's going to be okay now. I'm sorry, I had a kimchi emergency, and everything's going to be fine. Okay. Okay, back to word diarrhea. Here we go. I have come to see the English language is tainted in many ways. And what I've heard is the English language is the most difficult to learn because of all the exceptions to the rules. Now, think about this is how English came about. Over the year, you had a word. Let me make sure this is the correct word. Hold on. Okay. So, when this word was first created, the way it was pronounced was knife. Here's one example of many. Now, if you pronounce this word knife, you could probably figure out how to spell it, right? But now how do we pronounce this word? Knife. How do you spell that? Oh, of course, with a K. Oh, but the K is silent. So I remember when I was learning words going, who thought this was a good idea? Hooked on phonics doesn't work here. What do I do? What do I do? So this is a lot of how you got all these silent letters and words that sound completely different than how they're spelled. Is typically from the accent and the way words were pronounced back then. They kept the same spelling of the word, but over time, the way that you pronounce the name or the name itself would change. Is that that's not all of English, by the way. That's just one of the things that fucked English up, is pronouncing a word a certain way, and then society changes, word pronunciation changes, but the spelling never changes. I learned this in one of my college classes. I learned about sabotage, the true meaning of sabotage, a sabot, a boot, or a shoe, a wooden shoe. The origin of words. I thought those classes, or I just loved them. I love those classes. I love them. I love them. See, language as tainted by many things and the cause of much suffering on this planet. Now, let's think about that. Is the language the cause of suffering, or the use of language the cause of suffering? The use of that language. Because there's a lot of awesome stuff that comes from English. I mean, I got some news about some happy stuff in English. So the language was used in a way where then I was happy. Does that make sense, Northern Star? And again, the way that we write and say things spells. And when we truly look at what we just wrote, it's like, oh, I see what I wrote, but what I meant was, like someone wrote the other day, Kelly, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, I've been doing it and I just did it today. So that's not true that I can't do that. Did you mean if you do that, there will be consequences? That's completely different than you can't do that. Spelling. Let's see, Northern Star. Let's see ways that cause much suffering on this planet. And other languages have their own form of yeah, yeah, and every language has the spelling. Hey, Sarah. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Our responsibility to me means understanding. I create my reality. To me, that seems like punishment. And instead of I create my reality as God, I create reality. I'm an avatar and I create my reality, and I'm still functioning in a three-dimensional belief system of punishing myself. As if it's an unwanted experience. Yeah. It's usually, Sarah, when we look at this reality from the avatar perspective, it's real shitty most of the time. It's shitty. There's everything above me that's just going to kick sand in my face. Let's see. Learning the lesson from it. And what's a lesson? How are we learning a lesson? That means we're in the middle of doing something. And then if we're learning the lesson, we're in a school where we're suffering. What is that? Looking at something as a lesson is definitely a change in perspective. But then when you see that is a false imprisonment in lessons, you didn't come here to learn lessons. You're really just kind of killing time. And we're getting stuck in this. Oh, on a higher level, I came here to a school, which it kind of resembles that a little bit. But if we get stuck in, oh, I'm learning these lessons, we will always be in school. We always create a school, a prison. We'll always be at school. Let's see, letting it go. Yeah, if you could skip the learning the lesson part, that would probably be helpful. The letting it go. Now we're on to something, Sarah. Yay! Well, I knew we were going to get around to that. And letting go. And moving forward to create what I do want, and you won't ever get it. That's a guarantee you're never going to get what you want. So let me show you the energy and why, Sarah. And again, this is the way we word things. We spell ourselves out of a wonderful manifestation. Let's look. Letting go and moving forward. No. The God bubble perspective in philosophy, I guess. Philosophy is let go and allow. Not go and move forward, because we still got dumb ass three-dimensional ideas when we move forward, Sarah. I mean, I'm not saying your ideas are. I'm probably just talking about myself. I have dumbass ideas when I move forward. Letting go, allowing. So the concept of letting go and moving forward to create. You're pushing and pulling. You're going to wear yourself out, and it's never going to work. It will never work. Letting go and then moving. I'm letting go, but then I'm going to grab onto it again and push it. See, anywhere in this process that we start pushing and pulling, we're not healing anymore. And moving forward to create, I'm creating from the avatar perspective of all of my programs and my blocks and my cords and my trauma. I'm moving forward and creating all of that, because to create what I do want. Now, this is cool, Sarah. I don't see need in anything that you've written. That's awesome. But if you look down below at these different stages of getting into a state of being, which is truly letting go and allowing, we'll go through need. And then you've upgraded. Yay, you upgraded to want. If you're in a place of wanting, you're never going to get it. You are always going to want. In the energy of want. So you're creating in the energy of want. So what you're doing is creating want. I hope that's helpful, Sarah. And everybody else. I hope everybody doesn't think I'm picking on Sarah. This is just a wonderful, beautiful example, Sarah, that I think is going to help a lot of people, and hopefully it'll help you too. In looking at how we write and how we think, what will happen is we'll write something like that. Well, what I meant, Kelly, was let go and allow. Okay, I'm not saying you said that, Sarah, but let's say Sarah came back and, oh, I didn't mean let go and move forward. Oh, what I meant was let go and allow. So what we first say is what we're doing and feeling. I am letting go and moving forward and pushing, but I'm telling myself I'm letting go and allowing. Again, not a good example because Sarah didn't say that, but does that make sense? Oh, I thought taking responsibility would help me forgive myself, but it hasn't. And what do you mean forgive yourself? You're in a hologram. This avatar is in a hologram playing a video game. What is forgiveness? What is self? God bubble perspective. I created that crazy video game over there. I created the concept of forgiveness, the concept of judgment and blame and guilt and shame. Fault and blame. I created all of that. So there is no me. I mean, I'm God. I can't even say I'm me because I haven't created anything yet. In fact, I don't know who's even talking right now because I haven't created talking yet. That's why it's so hard to explain. How do you describe God? Well, it's nothing. But if you call it nothing, then you would have had to create something to then be nothing, and it's not nothing. It's not a void. You have to have something and then have a void. It's not even that. Yeah, and what are we forgiving? What are we forgiving? Now, if this is dealing with someone else, Nicole, this doesn't mean just go around and bully and beat people up. That's not what I mean at all. But whatever atrocities were committed, that's how it seems, right? Whatever it is, that other person involved, Nicole, they chose that. It's another aspect of you. That's okay. We're just looking for avatar. Avatar level. I'm feeling these feelings about forgiving, and so I'm on an avatar level. That person over there that I feel like I should forgive myself for crapping on them, we decided before we got here up there in Random Land, the Crystal City. We kind of meet a Crystal City up there. Local drama in the hologram. Still hologram. You guys chose. Now, from this point forward, if you go out and you just, oh, hi, and punch someone in the nose, and it's like, well, Kelly said that we decided this is going to happen before we got here. This gives me an excuse to go punch people in the nose. And because Kelly said it was okay. You wanted to be punched in the nose. That's a different thing altogether, Nicole. Absolutely a different thing altogether. But anything done in the past or what seems like the past, guess what, Nicole? From the God bubble perspective, it doesn't even exist. Your past appears as a potential field to God, to yourself. It's only a potential field. Where you create all the characters. So anything that you feel like has happened in the past, you're just holding on to your ideas about it right now in the present moment and recreating it right now as a memory. I hope that's helpful. You guys, this was great. And thank you, Sarah. Oh my gosh, did you guys gain a lot from that? I did. Because the way that Sarah worded everything is how we are programmed to word things like that. And we stop our own healing simply from how we word a paragraph in a sentence. We stop our own healing. That's why I like to look at all of these words and what is the energy and the flow of this? The energy and the flow. like hope. Hope sounds really good until you find out what is like the time and place of hope. Well, that's all in the future. Well, the future doesn't even exist. The only thing that exists is right now in this moment, and every bit of information we hold to create our reality right now. Oh, you guys, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. And wait, hold on. I have a touch screen. So, how did I get on my screen? Oh my gosh. You guys, my screen looks great until it's turned off. And it's like, how did my screen get that dirty? I use the mouse all the time. I never touch the screen. How is my screen that dirty? Does it happen to you? Am I the only one that has crap on their screen? They don't know where it came from. I mean, if I was sitting here, cooking dinner and sauteing onions right here over my computer, it would absolutely make sense that my computer screen would be that dirty. I don't know what I've done. Anyway, I can help you before I say goodbye, you guys. I appreciate you hanging out. And hopefully in this, I'm not just telling you what to do or just, doing it for you, but showing you that you can look this stuff up yourself. And you can determine the energy flow yourself based on these little simple things that I've taught you. You can figure it out yourself. People will go, oh, is this technique that so-and-so is in this book or in this video, Kelly, is this a good or bad technique? That's usually how the question's asked. And it's like, well, if we're looking at good or bad, we're in the avatar position. So let's let go of that. Now, instead of me telling you whether this method, which is just focusing techniques, is good or bad, how about we look at the concept? What's going on in this technique? Is it letting go and allowing, or is the technique pushing and pulling in any way, including when Sarah put letting it go and moving forward? That's not a God bubble technique. And we're grabbing on and we're pushing and pulling again. And every time we push and pull, we engage that potential field of the AI potential field. Every time we do that. So a method that looks like it will probably work in the healing process if it is a letting go and allowing type of technique. But if there's any pushing and pulling, like push and pull and then let go, I'll let go and then push and pull, then it won't work and we're still caught. But yay, we're looking at the letting go. I'm going to let go, but then grab right back on because I don't know what's going to happen. There's our programming, right? And the cool thing is we don't know what's going to happen. Every time I've let the universe, and I'm stuck in my avatar, and I got the feeling I let the universe decide how to display that in my creation, in my world, in my manifestation. It's stuff this avatar had never even thought about or knew existed when that happened. It's like, wow, this avatar is pretty darn smart, but never thought about that. Never thought about putting those 14 things together and it bakes a cake. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate that. Any questions or anything before I say goodbye? I usually give you guys about 2 minutes at least for writing the question and it's, goes through all the satellites or underground cables or whatever, wherever it goes. And then what is a satellite anyway? What is a satellite and how far up can they go with a firmament? Do they stay up there? I see a lot of plasma stuff in the sky. All right, no questions. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out. This was awesome. I hope that in some way, here I'm using hope. In some way, this helped in your healing. And if it did, yay, come back for some more. If you like the activities, like directed activities, join the members area. It's only $10 a month in the members area. This is stuff that on my website, thegodbubble.com, it's hundreds of dollars for the quality of content I'm putting in the member section right now. I can't believe I'm doing this. The only reason I'm able to do this is because you guys, I'm able to do it as a group and not individual. So, oh, you too, Hazel. Yeah, and you too, Jamie. You guys have a great day. I'll see you on the next video.